I want to get back to the NIL thing because you mentioned it. You obviously have to be a roster builder now every year. It's a year-by-year proposition, and I would have to imagine it's exhausting. In the football world that I cover, you are seeing more and more college coaches saying, I would rather be NFL assistants and not have to deal with having to recruit my own players on my roster to stay nearly every week. You have a spring game, but then you got to re-recruit your roster to make sure they stay because they are getting offers. I mean, the transfer portal opened now in the NCAA tournament. We see it in college football where the transfer portal opens as the bowl games are being played. Is this sustainable for college basketball?
Well, I don't know if sustainable is the right word. Like, I think we'll keep moving on and it'll be fine, but the hardest part is honestly for the coaches and maybe the fans because they may get attached to somebody and they move on. I don't think as coaches we're like any better than the players. I broke my contract at New Mexico to leave. I don't think I'm a bad person. I don't think I'm not loyal. Was I chasing the money? Like, no, I thought it was a great opportunity for me. So my biggest thing to the players is just help us win this year. And if you help us win, it's going to increase your value. And if you have other opportunities, we'll support you. The only thing I ask them is, let us have a seat at the table of why we believe staying here may be more beneficial for you or elsewhere. But everybody's different, and, they've earned the right to do that. I do think, there are some situations that are not, it's not sustainable to have everybody be a free agent. And in business, right, it's all about leverage. And they have all the leverage in the world right now. And a lot of them haven't earned it. I mean, they may not play a lot and they've got all the. So I don't blame them. They're taking advantage of a system that's really, really one-sided in it. But you can't sit and complain about it. You just got to figure it out. You got to talk to your people about maximizing the resources as best you can to be able to move on if somebody does want to move on.
Talking to Richard Pitino, what percentage of your job is X's and O's and what percentage of your job is fundraising and recruiting and trying to build a roster?
Well, one of the reasons I wanted to go to the Big East was I do believe when this House settlement thing passes April 7th, the Big East is going to be in a position of strength because we don't have to share our resources with football. They're going to be, a lot of these schools are going to be capped out with football. So everybody's trying to figure it out, but I do believe the Big East is going to be in a great spot. X's and O wise, I think when the season starts, it's certainly important, but you can't do it without a great roster. So it's definitely unique and challenging, but there's some fun in it too. You're like a GM, you're like a president, and then when the season starts, you're like a coach. So the problem is, or the hard part is, there's a small sample size for what we're doing now, and the money and the market is just shifting so much. So it's a little bit hard to analytically figure it all out, but we're certainly trying to do that.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.